Good morning. This is Irene Rimmer with today's current planetary positions. March 29, 2020. Very interesting year indeed. In 2012, December 21st, 2012, the winter solstice, we saw the end of the Pisces age. And it's after that there were 7 years that ended with 2019, and this is the 8th year after we entered the age of Aquarius. 8 means a new phase. And so in January, I have it here, in January, there was an interesting positioning of the planets indicating where we are right now. And where we are right now is we are collectively grounded, and we must do a lot of introspection and find the truth in things, because we have been controlled, deceived, we have not been taught properly, because there's a controlling power in the world that knows and understands this, but does not want you to understand this. And so back in January, if you understand a little astrology, if not, try to follow me here. We had a conjunction of two powers in the universe, and those were Saturn and Pluto in the sign of Capricorn. Capricorn marks always a new cycle, and is a sign ruled by Saturn, the planet Saturn, that is Kronos, is the crown. So this coronavirus, by the way, corona is corona in Latin, crown means crown. So everything has meaning, and we need to understand, as Jordan Maxwell says, understand, look into the foundation of things and go to the foundation to understand how things are built. And since that conjunction, January 1st, we have seen the same thing developing. Another conjunction in January was the moon and Neptune in Pisces. And this has to do with emotions, with a feeling of trying to escape, so depression. But it all depends how we individually understand things and grow, how we can take the aspects of the conjunctions and either make them work for us or against us. The more power we have through knowledge, the better we will be able to confront the circumstances that we're living, individually and collectively. So the moon has to do with the emotions, and Neptune is the planet of deception and also depression. But everything has an spectrum. So Neptune also means the ideal. Neptune is related to God of the underworld. It has to do with the astral plane, with things that are occult. And so this is very meaningful conjunction, the same as the other conjunction, Saturn and Pluto. Pluto has to do with transformation, regeneration, and Saturn is the teacher. But Saturn is also Satan. So Saturn teaches us and it represents karma. You reap what you sow, individually and collectively. But by the way, there's a hexagon in Saturn, and it's no coincidence that the law of karma, the law of you reap what you sow, is number 6 law of the universal laws. And if you want to know more, please email me or subscribe to my channel, and I will make sure that you have a copy of the 7 universal laws of the universe. And from January, with this conjunction of Saturn and Pluto, we move to today, March 29. What is happening? Well, the same theme is developing with this coronavirus. And there is a hidden power in the world that wants to gain control, control of us. Because they do not like the fact that we call ourselves free. We are not free in this world, but we can search for freedom within us and with the knowledge, as Jesus says. With knowledge, there is freedom, because there is power to know, power to be free from all the deception in the world. And within the storm, there's always the eye, where we can be sheltered. And the eye is within us. God is within us. So today we have a conjunction of Pluto and Jupiter in Capricorn. And these two planets, Jupiter means expansion. Expansion of this transformation. Pluto again means transformation, regeneration. So wherever Pluto is involved is wherever there's been transformation, either in your personal natal chart or in the chart of the whole world right now, because everything is electromagnetic energy, and astrology has to do with electromagnetic energy. There's a lot of astrology out there, but not all astrologers will explain what I'm explaining to you right now. So right now we have the sun in Aries and the moon is in Taurus, very strong. If you vibrate to the higher frequencies of Taurus, Taurus is emotional stability. So the universe is calling us to gain emotionally stability and courage, because the sun is in Aries, the sign of courage. And then we have Mercury and Neptune in Pisces. And Pisces is the sign, is a very spiritual sign, is the underworld, is the astral plane, and learning. Mercury is about learning. Mercury has to do with the messenger of the gods. So we must learn about the astral plane, about the spiritual things. We must seek knowledge, seeking knowledge. This is what it means, what the universe is asking us to do, And the stars tell us the story, and it is our choice how we're going to do things. And then we have Venus, the planet of love, in Taurus. And Taurus have to do with security and our values, our homes, our marriage. And Uranus is also in Taurus, the planet Uranus. And Uranus has to do with change, a lot of change, unpredictable changes. Uranus is the planet that rules the sign of Aquarius, the age we are in right now. It has to do with change, radical changes, surprises, and detachment. So we must understand to detach with love, because being detached does not mean that we do not love. And like Christ love, okay, you can love humanity, but you do not have to have a sense of possessive love, possession, where the love is attached and possessive. And then we have 3 planets in Capricorn. We have Mars, the strength, the planet of war, of action, is in Capricorn, is actually exalted in that sign. And then we have this conjunction that I spoke about earlier of Jupiter, the planet of expansion, and Pluto, the planet of transformation, but really, really strong transformation because Pluto is atomic. So there is a expansion of that transformational power in the sign of Capricorn, the sign of the goat. And it is a goat because the goat must climb to the top. And this is why every cycle starts in Capricorn. Then we have Saturn that moved into Aquarius. Is in 0 degrees Aquarius. As you can see, Saturn made the conjunction with Pluto in January. And now Saturn is moving into Aquarius, shaking our sense of security. So that's exactly what it means. It's a shaken sense of security all over, okay? And hard surprises, very hard surprises, very hard time, because Saturn has to do with time. And Aquarius is the Aquarian age, is the Christ sign, is a sign of the Christ, where we must detach and we must seek the Christ in us, so we can ascend from all these worldly issues that we're facing and help other people understand this so they can get that freedom, that understanding. Because when we gain understanding, we can fight this war. Because as the Bible says, the good book says, this is not a flesh and blood war. This is a spiritual war. And if we don't know what we're fighting, we can't fight effectively. We need to understand this. Astrology is really amazing. And it is not what you're being taught in schools that it is. And we must know. This is the age of knowing. We were in Pisces, the age of believing. Now we are in Aquarius, the age where we need to know. Because as humanity grows, as humanity evolves, humanity must come from the infant humanity into a more mature humanity. So I hope that I was as clear as possible, because if you do not have prior knowledge of astrology, this is another language. So I encourage you to email me if you're interested in joining my new astrology class. It's going to be online, and you can get it on video as well if you cannot meet us. It's going to be on Wednesdays at 5 p.m. on Skype, and you can reach me at irene.rimmer on Skype, and I'll add you to the class. And if you have any questions, please comment or send me an email to info@irenerimmer.com. And God bless you.